2021 Polestar 2 Review. Polestar is a new offshoot from Volvo. In earlier times there have been Polestar-engineered performance versions of present Volvo vehicles. Now it's getting its own vehicle lineup but with a different, more modern take. Instead of throaty exhausts and high-strung turbocharged engines, there's lots of electricity and luxury. It has more squared-off styling compared to the 3 and a big rear hatch area in lieu of a standard trunk, as the Model 3 has. The range is certainly decent. The EPA quotes you can go 233 miles on a complete cost, but there is no way to upgrade to a bigger battery and more range, as possible with the Model 3. Indoors, the Polestar 2 uses Google's Android to power the infotainment system. Voice controls are cloud-based as complex as those on your smartphone, letting you inspect the weather or command your seat heater just by saying "Hey, Google," accompanied by a command. Much like the Model 3, your phone might act as the key, though two important fobs and also an activity key are also supplied. With your phone you can stay updated on things like the remaining range and charging status or remotely precondition your cabin temp. You may also send a temporary electronic key to someone if, say, you're away and want them to move your vehicle on street sweeping day. It's a great match both in regards to specs along with also the driving experience. A easy-to-use Google-backed technology interface is also part of the appeal. Interior space and energy efficiency are a bit lackluster too. But on the whole, the Polestar 2 delivers on sufficient fronts to move close to being in pole position to find the most effective mid-priced EV on the market. How can the 2021 Polestar 2 drive? What a time we reside. Electric automobiles are setting new performance criteria and anything accelerating to 60 miles in more than 5 seconds is only average. Our Polestar 2 test car accelerated from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.3 seconds. That's impressively quick but somewhat behind Tesla's claim for its Model 3 performance's acceleration. Stopping from 60 miles per hour took just 102 feet. That's among the shortest distance recorded for any EV we've tested to date. Both are amounts many sports cars would be happy to claim. But it's not just a straight-line performance where the Polestar 2 shines. Its steering may not have quite the speedy and immediate snap of the Teslas, but it grasps and moves with natural confidence. It also provides easy one-pedal driving thanks to a generous number of regenerative braking available. How comfy is your 2021 Polestar 2? The Polestar 2 provides a great amount of relaxation in this compact package. For how well it manages, ride comfort is excellent. And if you are so inclined to crawl under the car to manually adjust them, you'll find 22 available settings in the discretionary performance package's Öhlins adjustable dampers. Noise is also well isolated, and vibrations and squeaks were non-existent in our test vehicle. The seats offer ample cushioning and support over long distances, but we observed that the non-perforated upholstery lacked breathability. The seat heaters, front and rear, work good and have several levels of warmth. The weather system's power is more than adequate and is easy enough to adjust. The inside quality and styling at the Polestar 2 are exquisite, but that is not what we are grading here, see the worth section. On the contrary, it's how we interact with the inside. We found the pioneering Google Android interface to be rather user-friendly. If you own a smartphone, you should have small trouble becoming acquainted with the design and learning how to control things. And unlike Tesla, you are not entirely reliant on the center screen for functions like managing the windshield wipers or cruise control. We greatly prefer the Polestar 2 here. The Polestar 2 includes a bit interior space than the Model 3 does. The front has a cozier atmosphere, but there's a good range of adjustment for the driver with the exception of a steering column that does not quite extend out much. Rear seating is generally comfortable, although a battery tunnel running down the middle of the vehicle takes up floor space, and there's less headroom. Forward visibility is excellent as a result of the big windows and frameless mirrors. The view back is more narrow, like being at a coupe, and the rear headrests obscure the view much more. The glass roof does help create an airy texture, but it may be a bit too bright at times when the sun is straight overhead. The conventional surround view camera system is excellent to have, but the rear view camera's fisheye lens may distort the spaces to items. No one has been able to challenge Tesla up for this point, however with the assistance of Google, the Polestar 2 will. Polestar is the first manufacturer to integrate Google's Android OS into its infotainment, meaning the 11.3-inch center touchscreen functions much like a smartphone. You are basically plugged into the Google ecosystem with everything from Maps to Google Assistant, an advanced voice recognition system that lets you fix everything out of the climate or seat replacements. It may even fire a decent online command. For iPhone owners, Polestar will likely be adding wireless Apple CarPlay smartphone integration in the near future via an over-the-air software upgrade. Yes, Polestar will be pushing vehicle improvements of all sorts within the atmosphere, something Tesla has led the way on. All Polestar 2 Launch Edition models have a comprehensive package of innovative driver aids as well. Everything out of adaptive cruise control with lane centering to blind spot monitoring processes here, in addition to a 360-degree surround view camera program. Polestar says full self-parking, meaning no driver at the car, is a characteristic that is on its way. The Polestar 2's fastback hatch layout bodes well for freight. The back seats are split 60-40 and fold virtually horizontal for a generous 38.7 cubic feet of maximum distance. There's also a center pass-through, additional underfloor storage plus a handy pop-up grocery partition. You'd think it would have an important advantage over the Model 3, but general distance is quite similar. Small item storage is not so terrific. The middle battery tube cuts into area that would otherwise be for small item storage. Cup holders are concealed under a sliding and folding armrest, which means you have to choose between beverages or an elbow rest. The majority of other cubbies are sized. The Model 3's storage may not be that nicely organized, but its additional storage space has the Polestar 2 conquer. The Polestar 2 is rated to tow up to 2,000 pounds when there are claims the Model 3 could tow as much. There's absolutely no official evaluation from Tesla to validate it. How cheap is the 2021 Polestar 2? The EPA estimates a Polestar 2 will proceed 233 miles on a complete charge. It also states the Polestar 2 consumes a 37 kilowatt-hours value of electricity for every 100 miles driven. Largely the EPA's scope and efficacy quotes appear to be pretty accurate. As EVs proceed, however, the Polestar 2 is a little thirsty. On our same evaluation route, a Model 3 Standard Range Plus used 27.4 kilowatt-hours/100 miles. Remember that the lower the kWh amount, the more effective the vehicle is. Is your 2021 Polestar 2 worth it? The Polestar 2 is not inexpensive. And while some packages like a leather interior, $4,000, make it even less affordable, there are a few benefits of going for this Swede. Build quality inside and out feels solid, and Polestar's strategy to cottage design strikes a superb balance of sophistication and simplicity. In contrast, Tesla's models seem virtually the same on the inside whether you buy a base trim or all of the bells and whistles. For the time being, pricing is aggressive with the Model 3 extended range should you factor in the tax credits, but it will become a tougher case to make without them. On the plus side, Polestar's guarantees are pretty attractive and service facilities provide complimentary vehicle pickup inside a 150-mile radius. The bumper-to-bumper warranty is a typical 4 years/50,000 miles, however the electrical motors and batteries are covered for at least 8 years/100,000 miles, or up to 10 years/150,000 miles if you are in California. Most competitions only cover the batteries under this guarantee. The rust-through guarantee is also on the side at 12 years/unlimited miles, together with roadside assistance for 4 years/50,000 miles. The Polestar 2 includes an 11 kilowatt onboard charger along with the usual range of portable charge cord choices, including a standard 120-volt household adapter and a 240-volt SAE public charge equipment adapter. On a suitable home wall charger, it'll charge to complete from empty in about 8 hours. It also has a DC fast charging capability of up to 150 kilowatts, which may theoretically get you away from vacant to an 80% battery charge in about 40 minutes. The Polestar 1 is gorgeous. The Polestar 2 isn't ugly. When there are some good angles, some are somewhat less flattering. One thing which isn't up for debate is that the Polestar 2 is enjoyable to drive.
Perhaps its unassuming style is part of their charm, since you would be hard-pressed to understand its packing over 400 horsepower and 487 pounds-to-foot of torque. Our performance-packed car delivers Tesla-beating handling despite a hefty weight penalty, yet it doesn't punish you on the ride home. Tesla's performance versions still provide more pop in a direct line, but in case you choose the Polestar 2, you will barely be disappointed. Which 2021 Polestar 2 does Technica suggest? The Polestar 2 is currently only provided in the Launch Edition trimming, which includes very well equipped with Polestar's Pilot Bundle, a comprehensive package of innovative driving aids, and the Plus package, a package of luxury amenities such as a panoramic glass roof, LED lighting, heated power seats, and a premium sound system. If you don't want to cover all of that, you will probably be waiting a while for the entry versions. The Polestar 2 debuts as a generously equipped trim aptly called the Launch Edition. There'll eventually be more basic trims offered, but no specifics have been announced.